Hello, everyone. Hello, Jairam C. Is that your name? Hi, Alma, Jigyasa, Richa. Hello. Good evening to all of you. How are you doing? How's everybody doing? Confirm if my voice is audible and if my video is okay. Hi, Safina. Can just confirm quickly if my voice is audible and if we can proceed further. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let us continue. And just a moment, let me just send the link and come. Just give me 1 second. All right. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys, and let me welcome all of you on Unacademy platform, formally the platform that caters to the needs of all you guys, the ones who are aspiring to crack the CBSE examinations, and I welcome all of you on Unacademy. Well, let me formally introduce myself. I'm Tasneem Ahmed, and I'm an English educator, and I have completed my master's and MPhil and TESOL, and also trained 1,000+ students, and I also have 8 years of professional teaching experience. And today's topic is modals. We are going to be discussing about modals, and I am going to be taking you through the different usages. I'm going to be discussing about the difference between different modals that we have. But before that, let me give you a little more information about what Unacademy offers you. Well, for starters, Unacademy offers you daily live classes and live tests and structured courses, and of course, the unlimited access to all the live and recorded courses. But you also have to become the subscriber of Unacademy as well. Upon becoming the Unacademy subscriber, you can access to all the subscriptions on a discounted rate. Well, this is the link that you can connect with us on, with all the educators on Telegram. You need to type this given link in on your Telegram application and then click on join to know further notifications or to get or to receive the notifications on the upcoming classes. If you haven't already downloaded the Unacademy Learning application, now this is the time. You'll have to go to your App Store or your Play Store and download the application on your phone. And then you will be taken to this page, which will show you the number of courses Unacademy offers, the number of subscriptions the Unacademy offers. There are two subscriptions, by the way. One is Unacademy Plus subscription and the other one is Iconic subscription. The difference between is the Iconic subscription comes with a mentorship, whereas the Unacademy subscription doesn't. But both of those courses provide the maximum amount of discount they can. As you go higher with the duration, the discount on these courses go higher as well. You can see for yourself. Here you've got 33% off on a 6 months duration course, and for 12 months you get 50% off discount. Additionally, along with that, you have an additional 10% of discount on the code TA01. Therefore, next time when you are buying the course, make sure you remember my code and make sure you are utilizing this code to get that additional 10% of discount and also to show your support towards the educators on Unacademy. Having said that, let us begin with the topic of the day, and it is Kiran again. Hi Kiran, are you the same Kiran who had joined in my educator application class today for articles quiz? Are you the same guy? Are you the same Kiran, by the way? And Anisha has joined, and Jigyasa has messaged, given me the example. So Jigyasa is already aware of my questions. So she was like, okay, now that this teacher is going to ask me what modals are and the examples. So before she questions, let me throw the answers before she asks, right, Jigyasa? I'm doing very well, Anisha. Thank you very much for asking. Suraj, hello to you too. Sanaya, hello to you too. And yep, let us continue. Let us begin with this session because I need to finish explanation first, and then we do have another quiz later on modals, of course. So pay attention because each and every question is based on the usages that I have explained over here. Therefore, let us get started. And of course, Jigyasa has already sent me the examples of what modals are. But, my question is, thank you, dear. Thank you for that. And yep, my first question to you people is, how do these modals function? Like the way Jigyasa said earlier, yes, of course, all those modals like can, could, shall, should, may, might, all of those are called as modals. Yes, of course. But the next question is, how do they function? What is their functionality, or why are they called modals? That's the question. Well, the answer is already given over here. Take a look at it and express or tell me according to your knowledge, what do you think modals are? First question before this, can you answer me if these are auxiliary verbs or if these are main verbs? Are these main verbs or auxiliary verbs? This is what I want to know first. Even before you can tell me the meaning of modals, I would like to know whether these verbs are main verbs or auxiliary verbs. Hello, Yashika. How are you doing? Quick, super quick. Main verbs or auxiliary verbs? Exactly. These are auxiliary verbs. I've been telling you time and again that we have 4 types of auxiliary verbs: be verbs, have verbs, do verbs, and modal verbs. And these are the verbs that we are going to talk about today. And what is their function, or why are they called modals, or how do they function? Well, modals express the modality or the functionality of the speaker. That is why, thank you, Kiran. Thank you very much for the wish, and wish you happy Lori as well. And like I told you, we call it Sankranti. Sankranti over here. And hello, Neelam. How are you doing? And let me take you through the modals. First of all, these verbs express ability, suggestion, possibility, necessity, permission, obligation, suggestions, advice, and many more. All these are called as, the modality of these verbs, and that is why these verbs are called as modals, because they show the modality or the mode. To put it in simple, the mode or the function of these verbs that we use, like can, could, shall, should. They tell us how, in which mode or in what mode they will function. So that's what we will be discussing today. That is why they are called as modals. Thank you, Sanaya. Wish you happy Lori as well. Lori is a festival. The same festival which is called as Makara Sankranti in Karnataka, Alma, is called as Lori in up north. Quiz is on an application on a browser. I will give you the link and the code. You can log in after the explanation, and then we will begin the quiz. Okay. Good evening to you too, Isha. Obligation, as in, you have to. That's the rule. It's a rule, and you have to do it. So that's what is say as we call it as obligation. As in, we have got no other option but to do it. It is our duty to do it. Yeah. In a simple word, obligation is a duty. Happy Lori to you too, Jigyasa. Thank you so much. Now let us take a look at the 2 types of modals that we have, especially a 9th grader should be aware of. Number 1, not actually. I don't know. We don't know because of this. We don't actually celebrate it the way it's been celebrated in up north. I think people just offer some puja and I think we are done. But then up north, it's a very grand festival. And in Tamil Nadu, it's called as Pongal. And again, there it's a very huge festival, I believe so. I mean, Tamil Nadu, yes, of course, but up north, I think it's a very huge festival. Kiran, where are you from anyway? Looks like you're from north as well. And talking about two different types of modals. The first ones are called pure modals, and modals, I mean, and the second ones are called as semi-modals. Why do we call them that? Take a look at them. Now, can is a pure modal. Could, shall, should, may, might, will, would, must. All these are pure modals. Give me the names in the group. Tell me, I want you people to write these names and send it across. Pure modals. And these are semi-modals. Why? Because you have an additional preposition attached to it, like this. Able to, have to, used to, ought to, need to, had, better. That is why they are called semi, as in not complete, not pure, as in halfway through they function like just like the way these modals function. That's the reason they are called as semi. Being a 9th grader or a 10th grader, you need to be aware of pure modals and semi-modals. And yes, of course, you have two different types. Not actually, Kiran. You didn't tell me where you are from. Kiran, where are you from? Which state are you from? With that being said, guys, let us now move on to the next question, which is how do we use them in a sentence? Thank you, Richa. Thank you. Are you saying that because I'm from from south, or is it because you also call it as Makara Sankranti? Anyway, thank you and wish you the same. HP, all right, cool. How do we use them in a sentence? Now that's a question that needs to be answered. How do they function in a statement? Now this is a statement. Emily can run a marathon. Let us take a look at this example. Now this is our modal, which expresses the ability. And this is our main verb. All right. Now, subject-verb concord rules do not apply on modals. I hope you remember the rules of subject and verb agreement. These, I will try. Thank you, Sanaya. Thank you very much for inviting. I'll try my best. Let's see if I can make it. All right, Richa. Richa, fine. Where are you from, Richa, by the way? I forgot. I totally forgot. The first thing is it doesn't apply. The rule of subject and verb agreement rule doesn't apply to, you cannot say can, or you cannot say cans, or you cannot even say canning. The other forms are also not applicable over here. As they are auxiliaries, they do not depend on other helping verbs. However, they may take main verbs, which are bare infinitives. I hope you remember the class of infinitives and finite and non-finite verbs, which I conducted long back. In that particular case, I told you that this is an infinitive. When you use a main verb right next to can or a modal, you call the main verb as infinitive. Well, this is a bare infinitive. Let's not go into that, all of them now, right now. Just take this as a main verb at the moment. We use the modals right next to bare infinitive. Number two. Number three, they do not have other forms like cans, canning, like I told you here. It doesn't convert into other form. It has only two forms, present and past. They form their negative by taking the negative word not. Can is a positive word. Cannot is a negative word. And cannot is a single word. Remember this thing? Understand this thing? The other words, as in could not, these are two words. These are two different words. But cannot is a single word. You cannot use that separately like can and not. And when you combine, it becomes can't and it becomes couldn't. Or when you contract it. All right. Yeah, all right, Kiran. Lovely to see. In New Delhi, they call it as Makara Sankranti. I did not know that. I thought they called it as, they refer to that as Lori. With that being said, modal verbs do not have all the tenses. Like I told you earlier, you do not have different tenses. They are only used in present and past. Modal verbs express the tense with the other verbs, which are main verbs. All right, okay. She can play football. She will be able to play football in future. Now you can see that over here we are trying to say that she can play football. It's not a tense at all. It doesn't tell when she can play football, in the morning, in the evening, in the past, in the future, or some other time. It doesn't speak about that at all when you say she can play football. It expresses the modality over here, the mode of the action, but it doesn't say when. But here, to express the tense of the action, you'll have to use other types of verbs, like she will be able to play football in future. To refer to the future, you will have to use different verbs or the tenses. Similarly, you should come early. It doesn't doesn't speak about the tense, but it only speaks about the function or the modality over here. Similarly, you should have come early yesterday speaks about, with the additional usage of have, you refer to that as future tense. To refer to the future tense, you have to use other verbs, but modals on their own cannot be used in different tenses. That's another rule. Oh, Lori is a different thing and Makara Sankranti is a different thing. Lovely. In Tamil Nadu, we in fact get 4 days of holidays to celebrate Pongal. Are you there, Shritaja? Why don't you say something about your Pongal festival? Why don't you explain, friends over here, your friends over here from up north, a little about Pongal, because Pongal happens to be a very huge festival in Tamil Nadu. Here, just I think 1 day celebration, that's it. Nothing more about, the festival or anything. So you guys are celebrating it on a very grand scale. There, Lori. I think Lori is celebrated in the evening, I believe. I think you're from Kerala, right, Shritaja? Okay. Okay, guys, now let's get started with the usages, and these will be asked in your quiz, therefore pay super attention in the evening. Yeah, I think I remember that song of Mr. Bachchan. What is that? Where he is burning all that fire and then something Hemaji and Mr. Bachchan. I don't actually remember the song, but then I remember that he sings something about Lori. That's all I know. Lovely, lovely. Enjoy and have a beautiful festival. Enjoy. Or even you guys refer to it as Sankranti. Very good. Lovely. Cool. Okay. I hope you all enjoy your festival, and I hope obviously tomorrow I have two classes scheduled, so I will be there. Here, it's not such a big festival, so it's just there's no huge fuss, or people are not going, that. Gaming channel, as in you are on YouTube? Let me check it out if that is true. If you are on a gaming channel, let me check it out. All right, so can and could. Now this is important. Pay attention because this will be asked in your quiz and of course in your exams as well. Can or could expresses the ability. What do you mean by ability? Can you say that in Hindi or something? All right, Kiran, I will check that out on YouTube later and let you know. Can expresses can and could both speak about. What do you do on YouTube, Jigyasa? I mean, something special, something, I don't know, GK. Saturday and Sunday is anyway a holiday, yaar. The capacity of doing work. Yeah, okay, Richa is answering the question. Yes, guys, let's not get distracted. Let's talk about this thing. Can and could express the ability, meaning, yes, of course, the capacity or being capable of doing something. Channel for what? I mean, what does she do? That's what I asked. I can swim for 4 hours means that I am capable of swimming for 4 hours. I have the capacity, I have the ability to swim for 4 hours. That's what it says. And it is used in present tense. When we say can, we are talking about the present ability. Oh, you're from Andhra Pradesh. GK as in for general knowledge, you mean, Jigyasa? All right, Shritaja, that this I did not know. I thought you were from Kerala. Anyway, let's continue. Oh, that is lovely. Good. What's the channel name? Let me check it out. GK Mendoza, is it? I will check for both the channels, one for ST Technical Point and also GK Mendoza later, and let you know about the channels tomorrow. With that being said, yeah, Can speaks about for my school. Yes, of course, we have 1 day's holiday, but not for Unacademy. I mean, like I will definitely be taking live classes at 4 and at 7 as well. With that being said, guys, Can speaks about presentability and could. I could swim for 4 hours when I was younger. When I was younger, as in I am expressing my ability, of course, again over here, but in the past, as in I could swim for 4 hours when I was younger, is a past ability. So if you use can, you are talking about present ability, and if you use could, you are talking about past ability. Next one is asking for permission. Now, there are different ways or different modals that you can use to ask permission. Now, here, when you say, can I leave now? Or, you can use can I leave now? You can use may I leave now? You can use could I leave now? All the three mean the same. Yes, it's the same for will and would as well. But there's a little slight difference with would, which I will explain that later. Now, like I was saying, can I leave now? May I leave now? Could I leave now? All the three mean one and the same, but in different usages, in different situations. Now, if you are saying, can I leave? You can only use this in informal situations. You can only use this in informal situations. So now what do you mean by informal situations? Informal situation. Rather me answering, why don't you tell me? What do you mean by informal gatherings or informal situations? Give me the situations where we actually call or refer to as informal gatherings. And the second one is referred to or used in to express or ask politely, to ask meeting with friends, casual meetings, be it birthday parties or some house party or get-togethers or whatever that is. All those are informal gatherings, and you can definitely use this. You can definitely use this. You can definitely say, can I leave now? Or what I mean is you can ask permission with the word, with the modal can. You want to be polite with your friends, with anybody. You want to be polite and you want to ask for request. You can use may and you're being polite over there. Now, could I leave now is totally formal and used only in formal situations. It's not that you cannot use it in informal situations and all, you can definitely use, but if you are in a formal gathering. Now, what is a formal gathering? Give me the scenarios and situations of formal gatherings. And the third one, that is, could I leave now, is only used in or strictly used. No, what I mean is should be used in formal gatherings. You cannot say can I. If you use can I in your formal situations, it would be considered impolite because that is specifically for, in informal gatherings. You can, in informal gatherings or in any other situation, any of these two are applicable. This is only in informal gatherings. These two are okay in formal gatherings, and this is strictly should be used in formal gatherings. Meeting in an office, yes, of course. Meeting with officers and employees, yes, of course. Parties, as in official parties, yes, not house parties. House parties, you can definitely use this one. Can I? Let me erase all this. It looks kind of clumsy. This is informal gathering, informal, and this is being polite, and this is in formal gathering. So these are the three situations where you can use can I, may I, or could I. Remember this thing, there's going to be a question based on this. Let's move on. Is this clear? Can we move on? I hope this is clear to all of you. Let's move on then if it is clear. Give me a thumbs up if it's clear. All right. Next is could. Could is the past tense of can. Now this I told you already earlier. The past tense of can is could. Could is the past tense of can. I could swim. Now there are two usages. Focus on that. Two usages when it comes to could. You use that in your past usage and you also use it in present as well. But which one you want me to explain again? Can I is used in informal gatherings, or in, you can say, let us say, only with your friends. Okay. Now may I can be used with your friends or with anybody or with everyone, but very polite. I mean, when you use that, it is referred to as politely. When you say may I, you are using or you are saying that politely. And when you say could, it is only supposed to be used with your teachers and with your, in your academic situations, or your principal or anybody outside. When you go to some organization, when you're talking to people there, the one who are in an authoritative position, then you are supposed to use could and not can. But you can also use may over here. I hope that's clear, Alma. If that is clear, let us focus on this thing. This is again very important for you to understand how a could can be used in past and present both. Could is basically a past verb, but you can also use it in present tense as well. I could swim for 4 hours when I was younger. I could swim for 4 hours when I was younger. Obviously, it is speaking about past ability. May I drink water? We asked to, yes, of course. It's being polite, and it's being polite. You can also use could I drink water? It's being formal, and it's also being polite as well. But may I is also a polite, which you can ask. I mean, that's what either you can use may or could with your teachers and with your principals and the other people. With your friends, you can definitely go ahead with can. Okay. So here, I could swim for 4 hours when I was younger. I could when I was younger, not now. When I was younger, I could swim for 4 hours. Now, let us take a look at the second one. I was able to swim when I was younger. Instead of could, we also use able to. Remember, what did I tell you? Able to is a semi-modal. It's a semi-modal, and instead of could, we can also use able to with the same meaning, which conveys the same meaning. In negative usage, we can say it like this. I couldn't talk to him yesterday. I wasn't able to talk to him yesterday. Obviously talking about past. Both of these are past abilities that we are speaking. Here we are affirming and here we are negating. We are saying that in negative way. Number 2 is could can be used in present tense as well. How can we do that? Take a look at this example, which is on screen. I could call her, but I don't want to. I could call her. Yes, of course. Why can't I call her? I could call her, but I don't want to. Now here it is talking about a possibility. When you say I could call her, it speaks about a possibility. Why do we call it as semi-modals? I don't know why we call it as semi-modals, but then they're not complete modals. Maybe the explanation that I gave you earlier, because of the addition of TO2, can, could, or the other modals, they are complete. They do not have any addition to them, but these are able to, or need to, or used to. These are called as, these are probably because of the addition of TO2, maybe because of that they are called as semi as in half. They're not complete, but then half. So they function, they don't completely function as complete models like the way they do, but they do function like half of them, so that's why. I hope this is clear with the usage of I could beat my competitors. Yep, I could beat my competitors is a present usage or a past usage, are you saying? We could go to the movies instead. Again, we are talking about a suggestion. This could be a suggestion, and this could also be a possibility. Not as confident as I can go with her. Supposing if you say I can go with her, you speak with a little bit of confidence there, and when you say we could, there is a little bit of lesser confidence as well. Hello Manoj, how are you doing? Hello, Hitler, is it? Hello, Hitler. Hello to you too. I hope this is clear. We use could in both present and past situation. You need to be able to understand when it is past and when it is present. Now let us talk about the difference between did not and could not. Let us take the first example. I saw him, but I did not speak to him, or I didn't speak to him. I saw him, but I didn't speak to him. Here, this is the usage of did not. Focus on that. And let us take a look at the second one, which says, I saw him yesterday, but I couldn't speak to him. Now, these two statements are totally different from each other because pretty much same, but they are different in meaning. How? You ask because of the different usages of the modals that we have used over here. I saw him, but I didn't speak to him because I was not willing to. When you use did not, you are speaking about your willingness, whether you were interested in speaking to the person or not. And it says, I did not. I was free. I was seated. I could have walked up to him. I could have spoken to him, but I did not. I chose not speaking to him. That is why I didn't speak to him. I saw him yesterday, but I couldn't speak to him. And here, when you say couldn't, it was your ability of not being able to speak. Ability. Which one? Sorry, Richa, just a moment. Let me finish this explanation, then I'll go back. All right? Yeah, like I was saying, I saw him, but I didn't speak to him. Didn't speaks about your willingness. I saw him yesterday, but I couldn't speak to him speaks about your inability to speak. As in, you saw him walking, but then you were in a meeting and you were doing something else and you couldn't actually walk up to him and you couldn't actually talk to him. That's why you were held up and you were pretty busy. That's the reason you couldn't speak to him. What ought to and should? Adhya. Adhya, I suppose you're the same Adhya who was in my class today in Educator App. From which country what? Pensive meaning. The meaning of pensive is in a serious thought, in a very, when you are totally in a thoughtful mood, when you are thinking very seriously, that is called as pensive. Pensive mood, probably. Hitler, what's your name, by the way? Okay, guys, is this clear? Give me a thumbs up if it is. If not, let me explain again. I'm not proceeding further with unless you are clear with this thing because this is important. Aditya and Sanaya, okay, as in clear? All right, cool. If it is clear, then good. You tried to speak, but you couldn't. So when we say didn't, we are trying to say that we are not willing. When we say couldn't, it says that we did not have. I was probably busy. I wanted to, I was interested, but then I couldn't because I was held up somewhere else. I didn't attend the party. I was not willing. I was not willing. I couldn't attend the party. I was willing. I wanted to, but then I couldn't because I was held up somewhere. I'm doing very well, Adhya. How are you doing? Nice to see you here. And this one is what you were asking, Richa. I could call her, but I don't want to. Here, this speaks about, this is that we have used it in present tense. I was telling you that this has been used in present tense, which says, I could call her, but I don't want to. Talking about a present action. And we could go to the movies instead. This is also a present action, but it is more of a suggestion. Suggestion. And here when we say I could call her, we are talking about both these usages are in present situation. Could is basically a past tense, no doubt over there, but then here the way we have used it, it is in past. And here the way we have used it, it is in present. From which country? Which country what? Hitler? I'm not able to, you need to tell me your name first. Hello, Shivam. I hope that is clear. Can we move on to the next one? May and might. Let's move on to may and might. and try to know about the other modals as well. Asking permission or possibility. May and might, asking permission or possibility. It is used for asking permission and possibility. We use it in different ways. We use it for asking, the main function of may or might is to express a possibility. The moment we say, which last line? This one, not as confident as I can go with her. When you say when you use can in, here supposing instead of could, if you use can, or supposing if you use can over here, you are saying it with much confidence, but instead if you say that with, if you say could, you are saying that with a little lesser confidence. Supposing if can is 100% thingy, then could is, let us say, 90% with a little bit of lesser confidence. Karthik, okay. Where is Kiran, by the way? So the one last line was, I can go with her. When you say can instead of could in present tense, it means, I mean to say, when you use could instead of can, it is with a little bit of lesser confidence. That's what I said. May and might. May I have a chocolate is asking for permission. One thing, yes. And supposing if I say it may rain, it means that it is a possibility that we are looking forward to. May I come in? Asking for permission. It may rain, asking for, talking about a possibility that which is going to happen in a little while in future. That is the usage of may. Thank you, Karthik. Thank you very much. Mighty, what's your name? You need to tell me your name. I don't think so. I have met you before. I might go with her is also in, yes, of course, is another usage, but let us focus on the difference between may and might over here first. When you use might, this is in present tense. Well, first of all, this is your present tense, and this is your future tense. This is present and sorry. This is past. This is past. So when you say may I come in, it may rain or it might rain, both mean one and the same over here. You have used the past tense in present, the past might in present over here. Might I come in, despite being the word being in past tense, we are using that in present tense. You can also say might I come in. It might rain tomorrow, but there is a little bit of difference over there, and the difference is when we say, the moment we say may, we are actually talking about the possibility of something happening. Are we 100% sure over here when we say it may rain? Answer me this question. When we say it may rain, are we sure? Are we 100% sure about the activity or the function going to happen? Atheism is glorious. All right. Cool. Where did you get that quote from? That's a lovely quote. Everything in the world displeases me, but above all, my displeasure in everything displeases me. Lovely. Obviously not. Okay, you're answering the question. I was kind of carried away with the quote that you had sent. It's a lovely. Yes, for Sumit. Hey Sumit, again. I think you only can come at 9:40 on after 9:35. You are sure? It may rain, guys? Are you sure? When you say it may rain, are you sure? You all think it is sure. You guys are sure. Anybody who says no, please. May. When you say may, you're not sure. You're not sure. It's not a confident statement. When you say it may rain. All right, Shritaja, bye-bye. No problem, no problem. You can join in later. I will, send you those things by tonight or tomorrow morning. Remind me once again tomorrow morning if I do not. Okay, bye-bye. Have a good night. The question is, when you say it may rain, are you sure that it will, it's going to rain for sure, 100%? You're certainly not. Even when you say it might rain tomorrow, you're not sure. You are not sure. In both the scenarios, you're not sure. This both express only the possibility of happening. It doesn't say that for sure it's going to happen. Thank you to you too, Shritaja, and you're welcome for joining. You are not sure here at all. When we say may, we are just referring to a possibility that is going to happen in future. It's only a possibility. It's only a possibility that we are speaking. But there is a difference between may and might. Supposing if you say, when you say it may rain, you are trying to say that you're sure, kind of, the confidence level in your, or the assurity in your voice is 75%. There are a few more slides. I'm not quite sure how many number, but then there are a few slides. I think I'll finish it in the next 15-20 minutes. And then we'll conduct the quiz and we are good to go. And when you say might, the possibility of action happening is only 50%. So may is higher and might is lesser. This you need to understand, the difference between may and might. Both speak about the possibility of happening. They are not saying that for sure, they only speak about the possibility of happening. But here you speak the possibility of something happening is 75%, whereas when you say might, the possibility of something happening is lesser than when you say may. So when you are using may in your conversation, you need to be careful when to use what. If you're more confident, you can say may. If you're less confident, you can say it might rain tomorrow. You can also, these are your present usages, but it can also be used in past tense. Like I said, basically it is the past tense, might. And how do we use that? I might have said yes, but I can't make it today. It's a past usage. I might have said yes, but then instead I said, it was something that I said in the past. Might, it's a possibility. Sumit, might, first of all, it's a possibility. It's a possibility that we are speaking. When I say it may rain, or supposing if I say I may conduct the class tomorrow, and supposing if I say Sumit may join any minute, or supposing if I say I may conduct the quiz in another 20 minutes. These are the possibilities that we are speaking about future. The possibilities that could happen. Okay, Kiran, that's you. Fine. Even when we say might, we are trying to say the same thing. Even when we are saying yes, the last one you're talking? Yes, Richa. Even when we say, I might conduct a speech later, I might, conduct a class tomorrow, and when I say Sumit might join later, I'm saying the same thing. I'm talking about a possibility. But if I say may, I'm being a little more, the confidence. What I'm saying is the possibility of this action happening is 75%. And when I say might, I'm not that very confident. I'm less confident. I'm like, I might conduct the class tomorrow. Now, for example, tomorrow's class, this is a real scenario that I have to say, I'm not sure. Therefore, in this situation, I'm going to say, I might conduct the class at 4. I might conduct the class at 4. I'm not sure. At 4 p.m. on Educator app, but I'm not sure because I'm not confident there. I'm not sure that I might. If I say I will, then I'm pretty confident. But yes, of course, we do use that. Yes, that's because it's very formal. When you use might, it's very formal. It's too formal. When you say might I come in, it's more British and more formal. So we do use that. And Sham is here. How are you doing, Sham? Willpower. No. Of course not. They are in present. Might I come in? Obviously, it's present happening right now. I'm standing over here and I'm asking permission if I might come in. So obviously it's a present scenario. Similarly, when I say it might rain tomorrow, I'm talking about a possibility. I'm not talking about a tense over here. I'm talking about a possibility that could happen, but the level of confidence is less. The level of confidence is less. And supposing if I say it may rain, the level of confidence is higher. May, confidence is higher. Might, confidence is lesser. All you have to keep in your mind is may speaks about 75, speaks about the action. The possibility of action happening is 75%, and might is 50%. And the other usage, despite speaking, one is you ask permission. You say, may I come in? Might I come in? Both are asking for permission. May is polite. Might is totally formal. Totally formal. Totally British, totally formal, totally English. So might I come in is totally formal. And when you say it might rain, the level of confidence in my voice is only 50%. I'm less confident when I'm saying might. So these are the usages that you can use. You guys seem very, you guys don't seem confident. Why don't you send me an example if you have understood? First, send me the example with, yeah, this you guys have already done with me. I want you to tell me something that a possibility expressing may. May in our class. Give me a sentence, Sumit. Maybe I'll be able to justify your answer. I'm not able to understand. Can we use might in place of may? You can. You can. Certainly. Yes. But when you do, you need to be sure of what amount of, to what level do you have your confidence level? Is it 75% or 50%? That depends on you. If you are saying, if you're very confident, if you're too confident, you can say may. Like, for example, I may attend the party. Now, Anisha has sent me a statement, and when she says I may attend the party, that means the chances of her attending the party are high. Supposing if she says I might attend the party, that means that she is not confident. She's like, I'm kind of thinking not to attend. Let's see, I might if I'm in a mood, something like that. But can we say might I come in the, oh, you can use it everywhere, Sumit. You can use it everywhere. I'm not saying that you cannot. Might, this one, let us take only this and this over here. May I come in can also be used with your teacher everywhere. I'm not going to deny in one or two situations, every situation. And when you say might I come in, you can also use that in each and every situation. Yes, this is more formal. What I'm saying is this is more formal. I may meet with Tasneem ma'am someday. Yes. Why don't you say, I will for sure meet Tasneem ma'am. Let's make it happen someday. Who knows? You might come down to Bangalore, or I might come someday up north and meet up. You never know. So let's be sure of that. May I help you? May I drink water? Yep. So anybody with might, send me the examples with might where you're less confident, where you are very less confident. Somebody has already sent up there, Jigyasa, I suppose, she might go with me. So when it is said like that, you're not sure. You're not even sure. You are saying, consider this in a negative way. I would say, consider this in a negative way. Consider this in a positive way. To make it simpler, the second one, not the first one, the second one, consider this in a positive way and this in a negative way. It's my dream. Oh. I thought that was an example, and I'm reading it with full on zeal and enthusiasm over here, Jigyasa. Okay. I may attend Miss Tasneem Ahmed's class. You may attend Miss Tasneem's class. Really, Alma? May or will? Change that right now. You're only 75% sure about that? I might complete my project work. You're less confident there. I might not come to school tomorrow. Less confident. I might go to Bangalore, less confident. I might be gloomy after this incident. Okay. Might be gloomy. Okay, less confident. I think that's a positive way that you put it across. I might not come there. Sure. Okay, this tells me that you have understood. So let's proceed further with the past usages. The statements that I have used over here are in past tense. These are past tense usages. Here we have used may. Here we have used might in both present scenarios, but may is for positivity, might is for less. A little bit of negativity in there. Yeah, Claire. I will join Miss Tasneem, yeah, this is a perfect statement, Alma. Very good. Now we can use might in past as well. Ma'am, I pray to Guruji one day. Yeah, let us hope so. By the way, how's the weather there in Jammu, Sanaya? I think it's really cold over there, right? Because it's kind of December and January. Of course not, Kiran. Why will I ignore you? Of course not. I might have I might have more subscribers. Why are you being negative over there? I may have more subscribers. It's something that you need to be positive, right? You are supposed to be positive over there and you are supposed to say I may have. If you say I might have more subscribers, you're saying that in a negative way. So don't be, try saying I may. If you say may, you are trying to say that you're being positive. All right? So when you say might, you are less confident. So there's already a lot of negativity around us. So let's just be positive, right? Ritik Chauhan, hello buddy, how are you? Snowfall, oh my God. I've never been in snowfall. I wanted to, but try as well once, but never actually got the opportunity to, experience that thing. With that, let's talk about the past usages. I might have said yes, but I can't make it today. I might have said yes yesterday. She might be corona positive. Okay. I may have more subscribers. Yes. I also played with, yeah. Maybe one day, Alma, we all will go together and maybe, during snowfall, we'll experience that someday, inshallah, right? Yeah, I might have said yes to her, but I can't make it. That's the reason I said no. I might have. This is not of less confident or anything. This is actually talking about a past action. Assuming yesterday my somebody had arrived and the person was inviting me for something and I actually said no. And then in that situation, today I am telling that I might have said yes yesterday to her, but then what's the point? I can't even make it today. I can't even make it to the party or whatever that is. Yeah, Sumit, even I have seen only rainfall and hail. I have seen hail as well, but then never in Kullu Manali. I have been to Manali once and Shimla once, and yeah, in Shimla also we did get to play in the snow, but then we actually were expecting the snowfall, but never actually happened. That's one thing in my bucket list which we need to do. Yeah. Yes. So she might have forgotten also is in past tense. So I hope that's clear. Can we proceed? Can we proceed? I think we can. I hope I will. I presume you may have understood and I'll proceed. Shall is used to make an offer or suggestion. I think this word is hidden. So let me write it up here. It is offer or suggestion. Suggestion. Delhi, yes, once. And the kind of experience that I had over there was, oh my God, unbelievable. I mean, we were staying at a hotel and when we were walking on the road, people tried, you know, taking our phones, snatching our phones from our hand. It was a, scary experience that I had in my life, I must say. Well, anyway, don't want to go there. Shall we drive back to the hotel? Now, when you say this, like this, shall we drive back to the hotel? It is a suggestion. Well, what do we use suggestion for? We use it, shall for, it's only for suggestion. Shall and should both are used for suggestions, okay? Suggestions. But we also use it in you guys are laughing, how mean. Okay, shall we drive back to the hotel? It's a suggestion, but there is a difference when you say shall and when we say can. Let us take a look at that. Stop laughing there right now. Otherwise, I'll come right now looking for all of you to spank you all. Shall I drop you somewhere? Now, when you say this, take a look at this. Oh, Acha, come back here. This is important. This is important. We need to understand the difference because this is going to be asked in your quiz today, now, after this. Shall I drop you somewhere means if you want me, I shall. Else, I've got my own other work. No need to be sorry. Chill, I'm just kidding. No need to be sorry. Chill, chill, chill. I'm just kidding. Nope. It was so mean. It's okay. Huh? Okay, we have another Sumit, or is it the same Sumit? No, no, no. That is Sumit Shukla. This is Sumit Thakur. Okay, so okay, Sumit, we have another Sumit. It's okay, guys. I was kidding. You don't have to be sorry and all. I was just kidding. Couldn't you see that? Do you think if I will be like this if I'm angry? I was just kidding. Come on, it deserves a laugh. You can laugh out loud, no issues. I was just telling you that I would uh, chill, relax, and come back to what we were discussing. This is important, so pay attention. Shall we drive back to the hotel? It's a suggestion. But when you make that suggestion, you need to understand from whom it is coming. Who is making the suggestion, whether you're willingly making that suggestion or you are making that because the other person is in need of something of that sort. When you say like this, shall I drop you? Shall I drop you somewhere? Now, here, assume there is a situation, assume your friend is stranded, or you meet somebody on the road who is stranded, and you have a bike or a car, and you are driving, and you see the person stranded, and you stop, and then you say, okay, I think the person is stranded, and I need to offer help. You don't really want to. You yourself are scared that the person is stranded, a stranger, and you don't know who the person is. You don't want to do it, but then you see the situation and you offer help. So you will be like, shall I drop you somewhere? It's that you don't want to do it, but you are offering. That's it. So that's the meaning of, shall I come with you? I don't want to come, but if you want me to come, I am all open. I am willing to come. Yes, of course, Jigyasa. So that's how you use it. But if you say, can I call you tomorrow? When you say, can I call you tomorrow? Then in that particular situation, you are saying, I want to call you. Let me, allow me, I am willing, I need to call you, I want to call you. I have the intention of calling you, so let me. When you say, shall I? I'm not willing or anything, but I can see that the situation demands. So if you're okay, I am ready to do. I'll do it. So that's the difference between shall and can. Somebody asked me the difference between shall, I suppose so. I don't remember who. I do remember explaining this thing to somebody very recently. Shall is also used in place of will in future tense. Again, when you use like this, shall we drive back to hotel? Shall I drop you somewhere? It is a suggestion. It is a pure suggestion. All right. But when you say like this, I will go now, or if you say I shall go now, it is not a suggestion, it's a future action. There will be a question based on suggestion and future action. So take a look at this and clarify your doubts now. Can I help you in your project because you want to? Yes, Sumit was, yes. Sorry, what? Yes, whom am I going to call? Can I call you Kiran itself because we already have one Sumit up here. So we don't want to confuse. When I say Sumit, I don't know which Sumit I'll be referring to, or even you will not be aware which Sumit you will be referring to. Or else I'll have to say Sumit Shukla, Sumit, what is your surname? Thakur, right? Yeah, can I keep it to Kiran itself? So that's easier. That way I'll know the difference. Mighty 892 Sumit is another Sumit. Yes, of course. Do take a look at this slide again because there's going to be a quiz, the question here. Therefore, take a look at it again. Shall is used to make a suggestion. Usually, it's a suggestion that we make. When you make a suggestion, this is what you will be making suggestion, offering your help. Hello, Aditya. I think this is the fourth time you're saying hello. I'm sorry if I missed it. Shall we drive back to the hotel? Shall I drop you somewhere? Shall I explain it again? Shall I come over to your place? Shall we go to the movies? All these are suggestions that we are putting forth. All right. Yes, of course. I should have finished it by now, but then the explanation is taking a little longer. Yes, there is a quiz. Menti quiz, do wait for it. This is a suggestion. Now here, The difference between shall and can is clear. When you say shall I drop you, when you suggest shall I drop you, it's a suggestion because you see the situation demands it, not because you want to offer a suggestion, but because it is demand. The situation is demanding and you see the situation demands and you are offering it. But when you say can I call you tomorrow, you want to, you are willing to. Therefore, when you make a suggestion of this sort, when you say, can I call you tomorrow? You are in fact saying that with confidence. But when you say, shall I? You are only offering, not because you want to, but because the other person wants it. My code, yes, of course, my code is TA01. Use it and make sure you are giving it to your friends as well. And the other code is SPTA01. Okay? Oh, that code. I thought this code. Hold on for that. Patience. Either way, this code is necessary. So anyway, this is future activity. When you say, I shall go, or you shall attend the party, or I shall conduct a quiz, Menti quiz in another few minutes. I shall conduct a class tomorrow at 7 p.m. again on YouTube. These are future activities, and this is a suggestion. How about you guys give me the example of both? Let us see if you've understood clearly. Suggestion. First, send me the suggestions. Once you have sent me the suggestions, send me the future activity. Quickly, super quick. Suggestions are more like, where you offer something. Or you can also say, we shall drive back to hotel. Who is your sister? Jigyasa? Is that, again, do we have two jigyasas over here? Shall be used in past tense also. Can, no, of course not. Can, you cannot use it in past tense, but you can use could very well. You can use could, of course, but you cannot use, no, you can also use it with she as well. Can't you say she shall arrive late? Why can't you use it with other subjects? You can definitely use it, right? You can say she shall call any minute. She shall call any minute, or he shall call any minute. You can definitely use it with other Heather, हाँ होगा थोड़ी देर में होगा. Can you use shall in past? Shall, not shall, but then you can use should. The past tense of shall is should. You can't. You cannot use may, shall, can in past because these are present tense. But these words do have past tense. Shall I drink this is a suggestion. Okay. Now I want you to use shall in a future tense. Refer to a future action. If you have a confusion, what I would suggest is make a statement, create a statement with will, and then replace the will with shall, and you are good to go. I shall join the quiz. It's a suggestion. It's a suggestion of future activity. I think that's a future activity. Shall I do this is a suggestion. Shall I meet you is a suggestion. What is the past of shall? The past of shall is should. Is should. Okay, I shall be going with you. I shall be going with you is future. Okay, yes, of course. So I think that's clear now. Can we move on to the next one, the usage of should? The usage of should is used to express a suggestion, used to advise, and used to express necessity. Take a careful look at the examples because I'm going to be asking each one type. Good, if it's clear. Kiran, one moment. I have to open that website and then I'll show you, I'll display the Menti code for you. The quiz code for you. Let me just finish. I'm almost done, a little more. Here, suggestions, advice, and necessity. How do we use it? It differs based on the statements. Number one, advice. When you say you should never lie, we all should follow the rules. You shouldn't have been rude to him. Now you can clearly see that these are advices. Do you agree with this? If you do, send me an advice. Send me an advice if you have understood this. You should never lie. It should not be very difficult, simple statements, but it should be an advice is what I'm asking. And when you say this is the past tense of, not a past tense, this is actually you're using this in present tense again. The past of shall is should, but should is mostly used in present tense. You should follow the rules. Rukshna, after a very long time, where have you disappeared? Why have you not showed up? You've never joined you're not joining any of the sessions. Busy? Too busy, I believe. You should follow the traffic rules. You should follow the traffic rules. You should obey your parents. And, okay, okay. You should follow the traffic rules. You should have, okay. Let us take all that as advice. Fine. Your hometown. You should respect your, I would remove you should respect your parents and you should follow the traffic rules out of the advice. It can qualify as advice, no denial, but take a look at the statement. Respecting your parents should not be an advice. It should actually be an obligation. Or it should be, that's something that we have to do. Do we have any other option than respecting our parents? Can we even put that as a question mark? We certainly cannot. So I would take that off the list. But otherwise, if you consider that as an advice, yes, it does. But my personal opinion is respecting your parents should actually be a obligation. It's your duty, nobody should be advising you for that. Next one is suggestion. Next one is suggestion. Hello, Srishti. How are you doing? You should talk to him. We should not think too much about it. Now, this is a clear suggestion. You're making suggestion. Up here, you are advising. Here, you are suggesting some different plan. You should study. How are you saying that? Are you saying that as an advice or are you saying that as a suggestion? Suggestion is a little different. You are suggesting to do something. This is an advice. You should study. You should sleep on time is an advice. Shrishti Jain. You should do your homework. I should consult a doctor for my problem is a suggestion. Okay, Anisha, I'll do that. We should complete our homework on time. I'll take that as a advice, but suggestion. Suggestion. What would you suggest? Some of you over here, you should talk to him. We should not think too much about it. You should take a cup of coffee. Okay, suggestion. We should go to movies instead, or you should take medicine. It's again advice. Cup of tea is a suggestion. You should talk to him is a suggestion. You should rest could be advice. Could be advice, yes. So suggestions and advice. And finally comes the necessity. When you say that you have to do this, you have no other option, this is your obligation. Necessity is nothing but obligation. So it depends on what you are trying to say. You should join Tasneem ma'am's class. So what are you going to say that? Suggestion, advice, or necessity? What would you put that in? Which category would you put that in? Necessity? Okay, that probably would be a suggestion. Anisha? Sorry, Sanaya? Which category would you put that in? Advice, suggestion, necessity? Come back. Necessity, all right. Why should I sign this? Well, here, the reason I gave you as question is, supposing if I say, you should sign the papers or sign the form. Now, when you say you should sign the form, it's an obligation. You have to make sure that you have to sign. It's a necessity, a requirement, an obligation that is required for you to do at the end. Therefore, here it becomes a necessity. Similarly, why should I leave now? What's the need for me to leave now? What's the necessity of me leaving now? So similarly, we should leave now, otherwise police will start kicking us out. It doesn't have to be a question. Come up with an affirmative, assertive sentence. Everybody give me something related to necessity. Why necessity is in question? No rule, nothing like that. I just gave an example. It doesn't really have to be in a question. It's just an example. It is just an example given. That's it. Why should I play this? No, I need you to give me an assertive statement. I need you to should necessity. No. Of course not, Richa. It's not at all. I just gave you the example. I just gave you the example in question. Why should I sign this? Because it is necessary for you to sign this. That is why you should sign the form. Answering an obligation. Why should I leave now? If I am not leaving, if we don't leave now, the police could kick us out. It is necessary to sign. It's necessary. That is why you put it across like this. You should sign the form. No, don't. You're changing the, word all over here. Completely over here. So need becomes a different this thing, modal. So is this clear? I hope when you take a look at advice, suggestion, or necessity, you will be able to make out what it is, right? Why should I give an interview? You need to give an interview because you need a job. It's a necessity. We should join Ms. Ahmed's class because it is necessary. Yes, it's necessary to take an action against the politician. We should take an action against politician becomes something that is necessity, which is a necessity. All right, now let's move on to will, and let's quickly take a. You need to do the assignment because you have to submit it to your teacher tomorrow. That's why you should do the assignment. Will is used to speak future events. Number one, future events. No doubt over there. I will come tomorrow. I will talk to her. I will go. I will continue. I will conduct a quiz. Future. Where is Sumit? Why isn't Sumit responding? Sumit, are you not there? Let us talk about will and can over here. Again, it's very simple. When you say, I will come to the party, I'm speaking about my willingness over here, whether I am interested in coming or not. Jigyasa, which one are you, Jigyasa Kumari, which example are you talking about? Why should I give interview? Is that what you say? Is that what you're asking? Well, I think, yes, it is correct. Yes, it is correct. It is correct. And I think I even answered you for that. Okay, guys, I will come to the party. It's my intention. I am willing. I want to. Therefore, I will come to the party. I can eat sweet, but I will not because I'm on dieting, right, Hina? I can come to the party. I am able to, but then I'm not interested. I'm free. I can very well come to the party, but I am not interested. I am not willing. Yeah. I will not attend the party, although I can, and I can't attend the party, although I want to. So that's the difference between intention as in willingness. How do you say intention in Hindi? Heather, where are you from? Heather, where are you from? In Hindi. I hope you understand Hindi. Irada. Yeah, it says irada. Do you understand Hindi? I will go to the library because you want to. I will definitely score well in exams. That's a future activity. Yes, of course. Now, this is your willingness. When you say, I will come to the party, you are saying that because you are willing to do that. When you say, I can, you're talking about the capability or whether you can, the ability to do something like that. It is determination if we use will with I and we. Determination, as in when you say, give me an example. Willpower, determination, that's what you're saying. Yes, of course, that as well can be considered. Gaurav, is it? Yes, Gaurav. But the other usages besides that, what I'm saying is the other usages when you say here, intention and ability. That's the difference. Yeah, that's what I said a little while ago, Richa. If you replace this will into shall, it becomes your future tense. I shall come tomorrow. I shall talk to her soon. So these are your future actions. These are your future actions. All right. Having said that, let's talk about would. Would is used to express imagination or a hypothetical situation. I think something is hidden. It is hypothetical situation. Now you would be asking me, what is an hypothetical situation? Hypothetical situation is which you imagine. Simple as that. Nothing too big. When you imagine something imaginary, or you are thinking it in your head, it hasn't happened, and you'll be like, okay, supposing if this happens, that is called as hypothetical situation. Or when you say, for example, and then you would say hypothetical situation. Okay. Would is past tense or will. Will is present. Will is present and would is past. Now let us take a look at this. I would never think of hurting her like that. I would never think of hurting her like that. Now this is a present situation, but it doesn't even refer to future, but then it is something that you are imagining in your head. I would never think of hurting her. Nobody has hurt anybody over here, but it's a statement that you are thinking in your head. Therefore, it's a imagination or a hypothetical situation. Similarly, she would never risk her career. Again, something hypothetical or imagination, something that would never happen or would happen. They would not give us that discount even if we asked for it. Sorry guys, the spelling is, they would not give us. Will is future tense. Yes, of course. Will is present and future. Future. Okay, let us put only in future. Will is future, would is past. Imagination. Yes, I would never think of, it doesn't really say about future or past, but then it's only your imagination. It's only your imagination that you're bringing in your head, and you are saying, I would be happy to see. Why are you imagining that? I would never think of hurting her is an imagination. She would never risk her career is also something that is in your head. They would not give us that discount even if we ask for it is again an imagination that you have already imagined in your head, and then you are telling that this wouldn't happen or this would happen. Now let us see the usage of would in past tense. When you use that in past tense, how do you use it is the question. They knew he would never hurt her. They knew, obviously referring to, would you rather be a teacher? Would you rather be a teacher is again imagination. Yes, of course. And when you say they knew, obviously this is referring to past tense over here. Knew is past tense, and then you are again imagining, but here it's obviously in past. They knew he would never hurt her. Something might have happened. Maybe there must have been a clash or something, and then a situation has happened, and people are commenting after that. And they are saying, I know he would never hurt her. So action is completed. You are now commenting upon a completed action. I never imagined she would do something like that. Now here, something has already happened. And now we are commenting about it like this. I never imagined she would do something like that. She has done something unbelievable. And the person is now commenting. The speaker is now commenting. I never imagined she would do something like that, which she has already done. He would never have heard about me. He would never have heard about me. Yes. The first three sentences are also in past. Which one? No. The first three sentences are not in past. We are talking about something that will not even happen in future either. I would never think of hurting her like that. Not even in the past, not even now, not even in future. The never justifies that. Never justifies that. Never says, I'm not going to hurt her now. I have never hurt her in past, and I will not do that in future as well. So put together, we are saying, I would never think of hurting her like that. Never, not in future. Never have I done in my past. She would be a great teacher is an imagination. I mean, a hypothetical situation. If she were to become a teacher, she would definitely be a Good teacher, great teacher. Would you like to join a military? Is you are asking, that's a possibility, and politely putting it across. Possibility in a formal situation, in a formal way. Would you, these are possibilities that you speak, and yeah, possibilities. I would never think of taking her to Mumbai. I would never think of taking her to Mumbai. Okay, fine. She did say he would come. She did say. Yesterday, when I was talking to her, she did tell me that he would come to the party in the evening, but he never showed up. Would you like to have some tea? I would like to join Air Force in the future. Yes, again, you're talking about a possibility. Like I said, possibility speaks about future actions. Would can also be used in future actions where you can speak about a possibility. This is a hypothetical situation that speaks about your imagination. Number two, you have used it in past. Number three, which you guys are sending me over here, which are in future possibilities, like I would like to join Air Force, or I would like to become a teacher. I would like it if you come home. Okay, Kiran is leaving. All right, cool. Where I would be a scientist. I would be a scientist, of course. I mean, well done for that. Bye bye, Kiran. Do join tomorrow at 4 and 7. Okay. Must, obligation, and necessity. Must specifically speaks about only one thing, necessity and obligation, as in you have to do, it's your duty, you have got no other option but to do. Obligation or need. This is what you are speaking. Sanaya's sister, is it Jigyasa? Who's older, Jigyasa or Sanaya? Okay, having spoken about the necessity and obligation, we have sentences. I would be an engineer in future. Okay, you don't have to put in future, but I would be an engineer. If Sachin is playing right now at this time, we can say he would be playing. If you are telling that, yeah, I think, if you're thinking, imagining, yes, he would be playing, yes. A little more. What's the time? Mm, maybe another. I was supposed to finish it by now. I was supposed to finish it by 8 o'clock. Just a moment. Oh God, tomorrow's topic is even more harder. So I have to finish it today. I thought if I could continue. No, give me another 10 minutes, Anisha. Sorry. I think your mother would be calling you now any minute, right? I know. When can I conduct the quiz is the question. Okay, let me leave the quiz. Just let me explain it. I'll conduct how about me conducting this quiz tomorrow at 4 o'clock? Yeah, I don't even have to worry about preparing. So let me conduct this quiz. Why don't you all join at 4 o'clock tomorrow? This quiz will be conducted at 4 p.m. What about this plan? So yeah, let me just finish this thing and wrap up. Tomorrow, this quiz I'll conduct it at 4 p.m. Sanaya, and I suppose others as well, you can join in at 4 o'clock in my educator app, and we will conduct this quiz there. Huh? 4 o'clock. Isha, why not? Or Isha, don't worry, I'll conduct the same thing tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So you can attempt this quiz tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Just understand this and leave. But tomorrow in 4 o'clock class, I will not be explaining. So that's a plus thing for you. So you will have learned it now and you will have, you can attend the quiz tomorrow. Yeah, so I'll do that. If you want to leave, dear, just leave after 10 minutes. I'll explain this thing. Once I'm done with the explanation, you can leave and tomorrow you can attempt the quiz. Okay. No problem, Heather. I'll continue. Don't worry. No, Heather, I'll continue here. Don't worry. You can attempt the quiz right now itself. I was telling about must. Well, in that case, let's just continue this thing. Necessity. You must improve your English. You mustn't waste any more time. You must talk to her right now. Obligation, necessity. Yes, Richa, I will do that as well. But then Anisha cannot stay longer. She has strict rules. She has to. She's takes her dinner soon, and she goes to bed early, I suppose. So we must respect everyone. We must have faith in God. We must sign here. Obligation, necessity. Pretty simple, but there is something that I want you to understand, Anisha. Don't leave yet. Understand this, and then maybe you can leave. Must is used when the obligation, okay, it's a little bit hidden over here. So listen to what I'm reading. Must is used when the obligation is from the speaker. Who's the speaker over here? Speaker is the one, the subject is the speaker. And must is used when the obligation is from the speaker. When the obligation is not from the speaker, you use either has to or have to when it is from the other person. How is it? Let us take a look at it. When you say, I must improve my English, and when I say I must, I'm saying that I can see it for myself that I don't speak English very well and I need to improve. Therefore, I must improve. It's my own idea. Nobody is asking me to do it. It's my own idea. But when somebody says, I have to improve my English, it means that, yes, Heather. Yes, Heather and Prachi, I will conduct the quiz in another 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. I'll finish the explanation and then I'll begin the quiz. All right? Yeah, moving on to the question that I was saying. Must is an obligation from the speaker. That is from my own self. Have to or has to is not from the speaker, but somebody else asked, and therefore I am listening to it and I'm telling you. Now, when I say I have to improve my English, it's because my teacher wants me to. I already think I am an expert, I am a proficient speaker, but then my teacher has a different opinion. She thinks I still need to improve. So that in that particular situation, it is have to. So similarly, I must talk to her right now. My opinion. I think I must. I have to talk to her. My friend says I must talk to her. I don't think so, it's required, but then anyway, my friend thinks, so let me go ahead and do it. Again, another example. I must reduce my weight because I have put on and I see that I have put on and I must because I feel the necessity. I must. I feel it. I have to reduce my weight. I don't think it's required. I think I'm pretty okay for myself, but my doctor says I'm pretty fat and he says that I have to reduce my weight. So again, from the other person. Is this clear? Because there'll be a question on this quiz. Is this clear? Must and have to, or even has to. Has to is when you say she, and then you will be like she has to. She has to reduce her weight from the other person. If it is clear, quickly give me a thumbs up so that we can proceed. Clear. All right, cool. I'm just going to go ahead. Now let us talk about the other usages, semi-modals, which are when you are expressing temporary ability, you use able to or not able to. Temporary ability, like I am able to ride this bike for now, although I'm not sure for how long. At the moment, I'm able to, but I don't think so. The bike is running really well. I think I need to buy a new bike. Any moment it could, I might have to drop this bike and I'll have to take something else. So able to, speaking about a temporary ability. All right. Bye-bye, Anisha. Do join at 4 o'clock tomorrow. I'll conduct the same class. So I don't really have to worry about it. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. I'm not able to follow what you are saying. At the moment, what you are saying, I'm not able to follow. But then if you can explain it once again, the situation could change and I will understand everything. So at the moment, temporarily not able to. Okay, cool. All right, Anisha, bye-bye. Good night. Sanaya is also leaving. Okay, Sanaya. Need or obligation. When you say need, obviously you are speaking about an obligation and obviously you are speaking about a necessity over here. Now it says, I need to consult a doctor immediately because there is a need. Love you too, sweetie. Thank you. But do not forget to attend the classes tomorrow at 7 p.m. All right? Ask your sister as well. You didn't tell me who is elder one. You are the older one or your sister? And which class is your sister in? He need not call her right away. He can call her later as well. There's no necessity to call right away. You need not panic. We can solve the issue. You need not answer all the questions. You can just answer 4 out of it. Jigyasha, is it? She is younger than you, I believe. All right. Okay, sweetie, see you tomorrow. External obligation. When you say, I don't have to panic. When you say have to, again, here, have to place. When you say have to, the same, like the way I said have to and must, the difference between have, the same way. When you have external obligation, when you say you don't have to panic, they say they can solve the issue. It's not me who's giving you the confidence. It is somebody else. They have promised that they will solve the issue. So when you say have to or had to or even has to, it's from the outside, external obligation. But when we say from our side, yes, Heather, Ajit Kumar is Sanaya. Yes. You don't have to panic. They say they can solve the issue. You don't have to answer all the questions. It's been written over here that you can just write 4 questions. So 4 enough. You don't have to answer all the questions. I hope that's clear. It's pretty simple. Let's talk about used to, and then we'll be done and we can begin the quiz. The last slide, it's important. No, not this one. We've got one more. Used to conveys a discontinued habit. This I want all of you to pay attention to, because I have seen almost everybody using used to in a present situation or in a different or an incorrect usage. Used to is a usage that you use to speak about those actions where you used to do once upon a time. Now you do not do them at all. Once upon a time you used to, but then now you have stopped, which is incorrect. How do you use them? Like this. I used to read many books earlier. I don't do it anymore. Shirley baby. Okay. I used to, once upon a time, back in those days when I had a lot of time, when I was free all the time, the only thing I used to do was read, 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 read. Now I don't have any time to read at all. So I have totally stopped it. So I used to read. She used to be very polite. She used to be very polite. I don't know what has happened to her nowadays. She is so rude and arrogant. There was time when she used to be very polite, not anymore. He used to play tennis earlier. Well, once upon a time he used to, and he used to be athletic, he used to be energetic and enthusiastic, but now he has become lazy and he is laid back all the time. He doesn't play tennis anymore at all, but he used to. I used to live up north, but now I live in south. Earlier, I used to live up north. There used to be less violence, but now there is no kindness. What is need to? It is internal obligation. Internal as in, no, there is no such thing as internal obligation. What you mean is, it is just saying that you're talking about the need and obligation over here. But if you use have to, it means that somebody else says about, somebody else. Yes, Heather. And I hope this is clear. Somebody was asking me about ought to. Ought to expresses obligation. Ought to expresses obligation. You ought to pay attention. We ought to follow the rules. Emily ought to fill the form first. People ought to be kind and empathetic. Ought to, obligation, as in duty. It is your duty to pay attention. It is your duty to follow the rules. It is Emily's duty to fill the form first. It is people's duty to be kind and empathetic. So that's it. Clear so far? Can we begin the quiz? Ready for the quiz? I'm not sure how many are there. Anyway, ready for the quiz? Ought to. Ought to. Like, as if you say ought to. Ought to. Ought to. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you guys are ready for the quiz. I'm done explaining. So let me take you through the quiz. All right. Excuse me. And yes, of course. And the open Menti quiz, www.menti.com, and use this code. Open www.menti.com on a different browser. Jigyasa ought to is nothing but, you are actually, what to say, saying about an obligation. You are talking about something that is required as a duty. Now, tell me about the things that you think as duties. Respecting your parents is a duty, coming to school is a duty, and following the rules is a duty, following the social distancing rules, that's a duty. So what are you going to say in that particular situation? You're going to say, like, I ought to respect my parents, I ought to follow the rules, I ought to fill the form. When you are actually getting into some kind of, when you're taking some application or something, you need to fill the form, right? Duty, yes. If you think that's a duty, yes, of course. Oh, all right, that's you. Cool. Okay, have you all joined? I mean, of course not. I mean, the others, quickly join in. Go to www.menti.com and use the code 1966229. Alma, people wait for the quiz and they just leave. I don't know why. From tomorrow, I'll do one thing. I'll first conduct the quiz. Right in the beginning, then explain everything. I think that way, yeah, I'll see how I can do that. Where is Sumit? Yeah, Sumit is leaving early. He joins just for like 2-3 minutes and he leaves these days. I don't know why. I think he got bored of me. That penguin is me. Only 4 of you guys. Others? Who else is here? Let me also join in. Menti.com. Only 4, only 5. Others are not here? No, I am yet to join. I am yet to join. I haven't joined yet. www.menti. Well, let me also join 1966229. Oh, lovely, Sanaya. Join in the quiz, see if you can. Yeah, this quiz is going to be quick. 10 minutes is what I think it will take, 10 to 15 minutes maximum, because this quiz kind of goes very fast. That is me. What is that? I don't know. Alien face is me. Yes, Sanaya. And there's a flower as well. Is that you, Sanaya? I'm an alien today. And the alien is cute, right? All right, can we begin? All right, fine. Can I start? We're waiting, Heather, just a minute. I mean, people are joining, they're asking me to wait. Alma, ready? I fought with my mom and she left me. Okay, 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 okay. I don't want you fighting with your mother and all for that. Let me just quickly start. Ready? Alma, can I start? Okay, cool. I'm starting. Number one, yes. Take a look at it. Take a look, careful with the questions. Sandra is an amazing ballerina. Hence, she dash perform really well. Sandra is a ballerina. Hence, she can perform really. Uh-oh. Okay, I hope you did not hear the answer. Let's see the leaderboard. All right. Sony wants high five. Who is that? And there's a cake. I hope I did not help. It just came out in the flow. Next question. I'm just going to be taking it quickly. Answer question number 2. Take a look at it. Sorry, Richa. It was an accident. Rini Dash attended the session because she was feeling a bit under the weather. Rini Dash attend the session because she was feeling a bit under the weather. Rini couldn't. You guys got confused with the present and past. Now take a look at this action over here. Rini couldn't attend the session because she was. Obviously, you have that was over there. That should have been your cue card. She was feeling a bit under the weather. Therefore, it is couldn't and not can't. So let's see the leaderboard. Very few of you got it correctly. No problem. No problem. Next, Isha has joined. Okay. Next question. One second. Question number 3 is there on the screen. Sunny hasn't got his COVID results yet, so he dash board the plane tomorrow. Sunny hasn't got his COVID results yet, so he dash board the plane tomorrow. Sunny hasn't got his COVID results yet, so he can't board the plane tomorrow. Sunny hasn't. It says no, Sunny has not got his COVID results yet. So he can't board the plane tomorrow. Tomorrow. So we are talking about that is yet to happen. Therefore, it is can't, not can, not could. Analyze the statement, guys. Analyze the statement and then answer. All right, let's see who got it correct. Only 3. Next is, okay, next question. Question number 4. Question number 4. Dash she walk well before the accident? Dash she walk well before the accident? It's a question mark. Dash she walk well before the accident? Dash she walk well before the accident? Can she walk well before the accident? Can't she walk well before the accident? Guys, well, before the accident, it was actually a past action, right? So you are supposed to use could over there. which means that only could have been a possibility. Can would have meant present activity, and can't, obviously you cannot say. You were actually asking the person if the person can. Next, let's go to the next one. Question number 5. I dash meet him as I was in a meeting. Now take a look at this thing. Willingness and your ability is what you're supposed to point out. I dash meet him as I was in a meeting. I dash meet him as I was in a meeting. I couldn't meet him as I was in a meeting. Didn't meet him would mean that you were not interested. That's the reason. But then you were in a meeting and you were not able to. That's the reason you couldn't. So let's see who answered it correctly. 4 of you, Sanaya, Richa, and I'm not sure who Sony is, and then Isha. Who's Sony? Can I know? Next question. Questions are not coming? I don't know. I am getting questions over here. I dash meet him as he is arrogant. Refresh, Alma, refresh quickly. I am getting the questions over here. I mean, I'm getting the questions. I can't meet him. I would not meet him. The answer is I didn't, because I did not. I wasn't willing. I was not interested. I was free. But then he's so damn arrogant. I do not want to meet him. That's the reason I do not. All right, cool. Next question on the screen. Question number 7. Dash, I ask a question. Show formal expression. I hope you remember the 3 different types of expressions that I taught you. Informal, polite, and formal. I need you to show a formal expression. Formal expression. I ask a question. May is polite. Can is in informal situations. In formal expression, you use could. May is only being polite. Could is what you do in formal situations. All right, next question. Question number 8. Take a look. Reports say the vaccine for COVID dash be available for everyone by the end of March. I'm not sure. Express less confidence. Between may and might, I told you something. One of the word expresses less confidence. Ignore could. Speak about may and might. Which one expresses less confidence? Okay. Remember, I told you when you use might, you are only sure about it 50%. When you say may, you are positively saying that 75% chances are there. So reports say the vaccine for COVID might be available for everyone by the end of March. I'm not sure though. So you're less confident there. Let us see who got it correctly. Sony. Who's Sony, yaar? Sony is not Alma, of course not. Okay. Next question on the screen. Question number 9. Answer fast to get it. She dash have left the house and is on the way already. Now let us talk about she dash have left the house. Choose the one which fits better. Think if it's, tell me if it is a present or past action. She dash have left the house and is on the way already. She may have left the house and is on the way already. I wanted you to use this in past tense, guys. Already should have been your cue card. She might have left the house and is on the way already. I told you, remember, might can also be used in past tense. I don't know what the confusion is, but Jigyasa alone got it correct. Okay. All right. Now let's take a no point brooding. Let's go to the question number 10. And the question is on the screen. Answer fast to get more marks. I shall call you the moment I land. This is a future action, a suggestion, or none at all. What is it? Is it a future action or a suggestion or nothing? I shall call you the moment I land. Is it a suggestion or a future action or nothing? I shall call you the moment I land. It's a future action. I shall call you the moment I land. When I land, now I am in the plane, I'll go, I land, then I'll call you. Future activity. So, yep. So there you go. Next one. Let's take a look at the next question there. We shall first go to the movies and then shall have a lavish dinner, guys, lavish dinner, and shall head back home. That's the plan. The modality of shall here is it a future action or a suggestion? Careful. We shall go to the movies in the evening and then shall have a lavish dinner in the evening and then we shall head back home. That's the plan. What's the modality? Oh my God, how come that is a suggestion? We shall first go to the movies in the evening. Okay, we will go to the movies first, then we will have a lavish dinner, then we will come back home. It's a future action. So it's not a suggestion. I wanted to trick that statement. So we don't know the name. What is your name, by the way? Anyway, let us go to the next question. Future activity and suggestion should be clear. We shall either go to the movies or stay home and relax. What do you think we should do? The function of shall here is to show a dash. Is it a future action or a suggestion or nothing at all? We shall either go to the movies or stay home. What's your opinion on that? The answer is it is a suggestion. Good. This, most of you got it correctly. Very good. It's a suggestion here, no doubt. It's not a future action. It is a suggestion. And next, let's talk about the next question. And there you go. Question number 13. We've got 10 more questions to go. Let's take a look at the question number 13. We all should adhere to the rules of social distancing. The function of should here is to show necessity, advise, or is that a suggestion? Is it a necessity? Yes, Kushagra. Join in if you can. We all should adhere to the rules of social distancing. The function of should here is to show necessity, not an advice. We all should adhere to the rules of social distancing. It's the necessity. It's the need of the hour. We should. So it's a necessity, not, advice. Richa, Isha, Sony, Safina, Alma, and Amulus. Is that how it's pronounced? And we don't know who that is. Oh. All right. So you cannot do it unless you have two phones, huh? She seems very upset. I think we should give her some space at the moment. The function of should here is to show a dash. She seems very upset. I think, according to my opinion, we should give her some space at the moment. What do you think? Why did you erase the messages, Kushagra? What do you think it is? Suggestion, necessity, advice? It is a suggestion, not an advice. All right, let us see who got it correct. Anyway, according to my suggestion, it's better we leave her off. That's what, you would say. All right, let's go to the next one. The question is on the screen. Question number 15. There you go. We all have seen the worst in 2020. We should cut ourselves some slack and take one step at a time. The function of should here is it a necessity or an advice or a suggestion? We should cut ourselves some slack. Come on, we all have seen the worst. Chill, relax. What do you think it is? Advice, suggestion, or necessity? It is an advice. A few of you got it incorrect. No problem. All right. Next one. The question is on the screen. They have assured me that they will inform us. They have assured me they will inform us. The function of will here is to show willingness or ability or nothing. They will inform us. They have assured me that they will inform us. Willingness or the ability or nothing at all. It is a willingness, not ability, not nothing. I mean, not the other one. And most of you got it correct. Isha, Richa, Sony. Sony, what's your name? Is that Heather? Next question. 17. And they haven't called yet. They can call any minute now. Can call any minute now. So what's the function of can? They haven't called yet. They can call any minute now. What's the function of can? Is it willingness or ability or nothing? The function of can is ability. Will says willingness, guys. The word will, W-I-L-L, will says willingness. And ability, can only speaks about the ability. Can only speaks about the ability. So you need to be, careful with that. Here, the word can has been used over here. Next one. Let's see the leaderboard. Next is, okay, I think I moved pretty quick. Anyway, let's take the question number 18. Little did anyone know that this pandemic would be this devastating. Little did anyone know that this pandemic would be this devastating. The function of would here is this a past action or a hypothetical situation? Are we imagining this in our head or are we referring it to a past action or nothing? What is it? It is not a hypothetical situation, guys. It's a real scenario. It's a present situation. It's a past action. In 2020, the way this pandemic, the way it has harmed all of us. So little did anyone know that this pandemic would be this devastating. Nobody knew that this pandemic in 2020 would create these, this kind of issue in our lives. So obviously it is a past action, not something that we are imagining. This we did not imagine. Well, obviously we did not imagine in 2019 though, but it did happen in 2020, right? So it's not, what do you say? Anyway, next question. Being asked, no one would ever want to revisit 2020 ever again. Being asked. If someone asks you, would anybody say yes to it? No one would ever want to revisit 2020 ever again. So is it a hypothetical situation or a past action? Is it a hypothetical situation or a past action? It's a hypothetical situation. Being asked, no one would ever want to revisit 2020. 2020, obviously, I'm talking about the last year. And who would, if supposing, if there is a time machine or if there is a chance and if people would come and ask you, if supposing, if I ask you to go back in time and do this, would you do that? It's an imagination in our head. It's a hypothetical situation that we are presenting ourselves into. So obviously, nope, it's a hypothetical situation. Let's take a look at the next question now anyway. Question number 20. I must change my food habits before it's too late. Must shows the obligation from the speaker or somebody else or the other person. This should be easy. We just discussed it. Must shows the obligation from the speaker or lovely. Good. Next. You all got it correct. So I'll move on to the next question. So question number 21. Take a look at the question. My dietitian thinks I have to change my food habits. Have to shows the obligation is from the speaker or the other person. Have to, speaker or the other person. Why the speaker? Have to, it's from somebody else. From somebody else. And let's see who got it. Okay. Next question on the screen comes now. We used to go out every weekend before this pandemic hit us all. Used to expresses a dash habit, continuous habit, or a discontinued habit, or an obligation. What is it? What is it? Discontinued habit or a continued habit? Discontinued habit, not continuous. Used to, I told you, remember when you say used to, we are talking about something that we used to do once, but not now we have stopped it. Therefore, we used to go out every weekend before this pandemic. Is the question hidden for you people? Okay, anyway, let's take a look at the next question. Question number 23 is on the screen. We ought to be kind and considerate during these testing times. Ought to shows what? Ought to shows what? Continuous habit, discontinued habit, or an obligation? What does it show? We ought to be kind and considerate during these testing times. Ought to shows an obligation. It's not a continuous habit. It's not a discontinued habit. It's an obligation. So, all right. All right, next question. Question number 4. Last question, by the way. After this, we are done. Able to, have to, used to, ought to, need to are called as what? Pure modals, semi-modals, or none? What are they called? Pure modals, semi-modals, or nothing? Able to, have to, used to, need to are called as semi-modals. Can, could, may, must. These are the ones which are called as pure modals. So who is the winner of the day? Let us take a look. Is it Isha or Richa? Richa again. Wow, Richa. I mean, commendable. Continuously from past 3 days, it's been you. Continuously, it's you. Lovely. So you have, how many questions did you get it correct, by the way? And guys, good performance. I mean, you all have, I should start the quiz quick pretty early. Again, Richa gets the first prize. I think I should start adding, certificates here as well. Lovely. Continuously 3 days. That's a wonderful performance, I must say. Congratulations, Richa. Continuously. Some were wrong. Anyway, yeah, I know. I think there was a little confusion. Anyway, the same quiz is going to be at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Let us see. Uh, and yep, that's all for the day, guys. It's again 9:10, 9:07. Oops. Okay, fine. Time for all of us to go. Even time, it's too late for me as well. Bye bye, all of you. Do join in tomorrow at 4 and 7. Bye, Sanaya. Thank you for coming back, though. Don't fight with your mother. Go thank her from my side that she let you perform, let you compete in the quiz. Tell her special thanks from Miss Tasneem, and thank her for being so kind. Okay. Bye bye, Richa, Jigyasa, Sanaya. I'm not sure who else is here. I think Haider is here. Haider. Bye bye, Alma. Where is my kiss and where is my goodbye? All of that. Come on, quick, super quick. Who else is here? I can't, I only got it from Isha. Isha is also here, right? Bye-bye, Isha. Sumit was here and he was not talking. What happened to you, buddy? You were so quiet. Oh, love you too, baby. Shirley, baby. Bye-bye, Shirley. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, chalo, bye-bye. Let's wrap up. It's already 9:15. Bye, Alma. Love you lots. Love you all. In fact, thank you. You guys are really patient and you stay with me from the start to end. Really honored from the depth of my heart. Thank you. Love you. Love you all. Love you all. Bye bye. Go have your food. Go to bed. See you tomorrow.